Welcome back to another episode of Let Me Reach. I am your host, Phillip Sumpter, only one P-Duck, and today I want to talk about Trey Reed. Kind of let this topic simmer for a little bit, kind of wanted to see where my social media people was going to take this. This did not obviously go viral as the opposite side went viral for theirs. And again, this is not about black-white issue. This is not about race. This is a simple good versus evil fight. Now, I understand race is heavily at play, but I don't think that's the card anymore. It's about good versus evil. Nonetheless, if this is your first time hearing about Trey Reed, it's probably because everybody's reposting and saying and talking about Cardi B having a baby with Stephon Diggs. I don't see how that makes us better as people. I don't see how that unites us as people. I don't see how anyone truly gives a but I guess they do. I mean, it's like we don't have real matters, real injustice, real things to talk about, real things to repost. Nonetheless, one thing that I have learned by doing this a couple years is you can't control other people, but I will talk about them. Somebody got to do it. But this episode is about Trey Reed, and the man deserves justice and the man deserves attention. Kind of like, I don't want to compare, kind of like the other guy, because we should be up in flames right now. For the love of God, I am not talking about just black people. I'm talking about good humanity, good people. This shit is ridiculous, and I'm tired of the same script. We'll talk about it after this intro. Okay, so if you don't know who Trey Reed is or have no clue what I'm talking about, here's a brief message to catch you up.
Confusion on campus.
It's really up. I can't speak to her no more.
A tight-knit community trying to piece together the unthinkable.
It's an ongoing investigation.
Trey Reed just started college at Delta State University, a freshman.
His body was discovered hanging from a tree.
Found hanging from a tree in the middle of campus.
Hanging from a tree in the middle of campus. I mean, to a minority, this is obvious what's going on. Last week, HBCUs get threats and bullshit. This week, something actually happens on the campus. They correlate. Now, listen to what these people say. And I don't care that the sheriff is black. How exist?
There's no evidence of foul play.
Now, rumor has it that this young man had broken bones, broken limbs, and he still managed to climb up on a tree with a rope around his neck and lynch himself on a pickleball court. And I just want to ask this very critical question. Who's doing that? Now, I know some of y'all is like, oh, well, just listen to the corner. If you continue on with the video, they're going to basically debunk everything that you're talking about. The problem is we don't believe them. We never have. This script has been scripting for a very long time.
This happened in a community just 20 minutes from where Emmett Till was murdered.
You know the interesting thing about this being 20 minutes away from Emmett Till's death? I think we all know that hate, it's a taught thing. You don't come out hating the other color because of their color. You're taught some dumb shit and you believe some dumb shit. But this holds a lot more weight just by proxy of being close to where Emmett Till was killed. Maybe it was one of those family members who had a kid and taught that kid hate. And then they grew up wanting to do the same thing as their grandpa did, because we all know hate is taught. But maybe that kid was a frat boy at DSU and he carried out some bullshit because he wanted to do similar to his grandpa. Those are questions that we have to ask.
Claims that Trey Reed had broken limbs when he was found. Claims, though, that the coroner's office just last night is refuting.
Now, the interesting part about the coroner basically saying, hey, no foul play was here. The interesting part is the press knew about this death before the family. That gives them ample time to cover anything up and cover their tracks and say whatever they want to say, put a spin on how they want it to spin. Nonetheless, they're talking about all of Mississippi essentially coming together, you know, the Federal Bureau of Mississippi, the state of Mississippi, all this Mississippi shit is basically going to get to the bottom of this. And I urge this family to get outside of Mississippi and ask for outside Mississippi help, because we know what Mississippi is. This is the same state that acquitted Emmett Till's murderers. Wait, 20 minutes away? Yeah, this shit is fishy. I don't know, man. Hopefully Trey gets the justice that he so definitely deserves. But just the thoughts of being lynched in 2025 as a black man, I think is outrageous. But if this week has told me something, it told me that there's a lot of people who honestly do not care about the things that they do not care about. It also tells me that there's a lot of hate in individuals' heart still in 2025, based on the color of skin, based on different beliefs, based on different perspectives, based on different opinions. Hate it's rampant. And quite frankly, I do think that the uptick in violence, political violence, well, violence in general, I think that has to do with the direct reflection of this administration. And it's not just Trump, it's his Muppets too. And damn it, there's a lot of them. With that being said, black man, stay dangerous, unite, stay aware, and release those Epstein files. We are not forgetting. And with that being said, like, share, subscribe. You know, they're not pushing material like me. The algorithm is never going to make you find me again. So if you like, you know, real topics and real conversations, you might want to hit that follow button, subscribe button, and don't be afraid to share. I said it so you don't have to. With love.